All right, all right. Hello, everyone. We are here another week. So listen, it's going to be a busy week because guess what? I have three interviews this week. So here is our first one this week. I have right now sitting here with us my girl Kat, and then tomorrow we have Tony. And November 1st, we have Prophet Delane. So we got a whole week interviews going on. We are making up from when the hurricane came through and said, "Girl, you're not doing nothing but sitting down in the dark." That's what Milton told me when he came through Florida and was like, "Girl, you think you're doing this interview, but you finna sit home in the dark." So make sure you guys share this out. Share it out. We are in season 2 of Lady Bird Live on Facebook. We are also multi-streaming, so you're going to be seeing live on YouTube as well as on X, aka Twitter. Mr. Elon, little app over there. I will be able to see comments from all of them. The only one I won't directly be able to respond to in the chat is Twitter. So if you comment, I'll see it, but I have to vocally respond back to you if you say something on X/Twitter. All right, you guys, don't forget, anytime throughout this interview, you can ask questions. We're both open to answering questions. If it's something I don't know and Kat knows, she can answer it. If it's something she don't know and she want me to answer it, vice versa. If you hear something when she starts sharing and you want to ask questions, please feel free. I'm going to have a little notepad here. So if I see some stuff, I can kind of jot some things down in case comments start scrolling. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Make sure you are sharing. Yeah, share. Sharing means caring, okay? For sure. So I want to introduce you guys to Kat Newman. Kat is someone I met, I don't even know how long ago. It's been a while. I know for sure it's been some years. Kat came to me on Facebook and was like, listen, I've been diagnosed X amount of years and I kind of just, nobody really like knows. That's not public and everything. And, I kind of really told her at one point, I know I said to her, you should be out here sharing and talking and doing things. And we were just having a conversation before we started. And it's 27 years now that she's been diagnosed. But 2 years ago, she finally said, you know what? I'm ready to do this. And I'm happy that she's doing it. Because let me tell you, I had no clue, Kat, that you were working where you work at till I walked in the door. I didn't. Like, I knew you were out doing things and you were out working. Tell them don't be calling your phone. Tell them don't call you. You busy.
Sorry. It got stuck. My son.
Oh yeah, I can see you though. Can you hear me? Look.
My son called and messed it up.
Oh yeah. Oh, he must be saved in the favorites. You know, when they saved in the favorites, they get through anyway.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, so Kat, she I walked in the door and she was in there working, and I was just, honestly, I was so excited because even though I didn't know, even though I knew you were kind of doing little things to that level, I didn't know. So it made me feel really good to see you doing that on that level, because that showed me, okay, yeah, she good, she ready, she good, she's comfortable, because that's when you're stepping into that type of role. It's like, wow, so you guys, this is Kat. I want you, however you want to share, when it comes to your diagnosis, things you've dealt with through your diagnosis. Like, we're gonna get out into whatever it is you want to share, because it's gonna help somebody. There's gonna be somebody that's gonna be watching who is going to benefit from everything that they're gonna hear tonight. So I definitely appreciate you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, girl. It's all on you.
Well,
She
in
nervous, y'all. So give her
I am.
this. She nervous a little bit.
I am. So in 1997, I walked in on my boyfriend in the bed with another guy, and I kind of had already had started having like symptoms like the night sweats and um, just feeling nauseous and everything. But I didn't really know too much about HIV. So after that, I broke up with him, and I was dating this girl. And after like 4 months, we decided we wanted to have a baby together. So we went to the clinic to get tested. And back then, it was like you had to wait 2 weeks to get your results. So we never even went back to get the results. And then one day we were sitting in the room, and we was joking around, and we was looking at like little moles and marks on our bodies, and we was like, oh, that's AIDS, that's AIDS, just joking around because we had heard about AIDS in the streets, but we really didn't know what it was or nothing like that. But we was like, oh, that's AIDS, that's AIDS. Then all of a sudden I get a knock at the door, and they looking for Katrina Newman, and I'm like, Katrina Newman, that's me. So he comes to me. Yeah, wait, what you coming here in this white van for looking for me? So
Right.
he's like, I need to talk to you outside. So I walk outside, and I'm always smiling even when I'm nervous. So he telling me, he's like, your test came back positive of HIV. And it's like, as soon as he said the words HIV, my brain just shut down. I'm standing there looking at him, and he talking to me. He's like, oh, you got these options. You go to the doctor. I didn't hear none of that. It just hit like Charlie Brown, womp, 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 womp. And I'm looking like, what? So I go back in the house, and my girlfriend, she's like, what did they say? And I just broke down crying. My son, he was sitting there in the room, and he was 1 at the time. And he was sitting there, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm finna die. How I'm gonna tell my family, I ain't gonna never be able to have no more kids. Ain't nobody gonna ever love me. And just all these negative thoughts went through my mind. So I went in the bath, and I felt so dirty, so disgusting, just like, oh my God, I just felt disgusting. So I went and I ran me all hot water in the tub, and tried to pour like the whole bottle of bleach in the tub. I just wanted to get it out. I was like, maybe if I washed myself, it'll come out or whatever. And I'm just in there praying and crying to God, like, what am I gonna do? Like, how I'm gonna live? Am I gonna live and everything? And then at the time, God kind of like put his hand on me, and he was like, I'll never put no more on you than you can bear. So from that point on, I already knew that, God had his hand on me.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That gave me goosebumps, baby, because when you said you went in that bath and you pulled that, like, I think people understand the context, because the reality is when you hear something like that, your initial thought, no, this can't be real. No, if it's something, it's got to go. Like, that's how your mind takes you. That's wow. So, like, did the guy, like, did he know? Like, had you spoken to him after they told you that? How did that happen?
From my understanding. Now, this guy had already sent me to the clinic 3 times. Like, during the whole time we was dating, like a year and a half. He slept with 10 men and 9 women. So he was out just sleeping with people.
Wow.
I had the first time I went to the doctor, he hadn't gave me gonorrhea. I had to get that treated. Then the second time, it was chlamydia. And the same man who came and told me that I was positive, he looked at me, he said, you need to leave him. And I was like, no, he my boyfriend. I love him. He not gonna cheat on me no more. A month later is when I walked in and catch him in the bed with another man. So it was like, it was too much. Too much. So he already kind of like knew, because I remember him telling me a story, like the guy who I caught him in the bed with, which was our roommate, his best friend. He was like, he had it, and he went to church and they prayed for him, and he threw up this green stuff, so he having them on. And 18-year-old mind me is like, oh yeah, maybe he don't have it no more,
Right.
Not thinking, you can't just get rid of it like that. I didn't really even understand what HIV was until I had it, and I had to study and had to learn how to live with it. So
Right.
uh I ran into the guy who was in the bed with my boyfriend like 2 years ago, and he was trying to tell me that it
Oh.
was him. My boyfriend gave it to him, and my boyfriend said ex-boyfriend said he gave it to him. So I don't know where it come from, but they had done got their own little community of people who they had done infected. Like
Who
everybody who came to the
has
house,
yeah.
I ended up running into them later on at the clinic around the same time I was getting diagnosed.
Right.
And on
Oh.
top of that, my ex, the guy who infected me, he turned around maybe a few months later and went to prison for molesting two young girls. One was 13 and one was 7. Both of them got it. The 13-year-old ended up
Wow.
pregnant, ended up pregnant from him. Yeah. So they
That's
was just
crazy.
being
So
relationship.
he was really just doing some, like, it's almost like he was on a malicious rant of just doing
Right.
it like
Because I can
that's
remember like hearing conversations of them saying, "Oh, if I get it, I'm just gonna give it to everybody. Everybody gonna go down with it."
mm,
I'm
like really y'all that's how y'all feel?
right. That's crazy.
Wow. So did he so he went to jail for doing so did when he went to jail, I know because they were underage, but did they also hold him criminally liable for also giving them the virus, or was it just well they underage? This what we.
They combined it and made it capital molestation.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh wow.
So he had 14 years for that.
And that was how long ago?
That might have been 98 or 99 down during that time. But he's out now. I ran into
Okay.
him
Yeah.
uh a few years ago, and he was like, "Oh, I've been looking for you." I'm like, "You ain't been looking for
Looking
me."
for me? What you looking for me for? I
And
like
look,
no, you
the
ain't looking
first
for
thing I
me.
thought about, when I seen him was, "I'm gonna kill him." And God said to me, He was like, "Nah,
Man,
you
what
better."
you say? Cause
You, he was like, "You better than that.
look,
I done
cause
brought
what
you
you
too far.
looking
I
for
had to
me
walk."
for?
Right. I had to walk off and get myself together before I came back and even spoke to him, because my whole body was hot and I just felt shaky. Like, I'm finna kill him. I'm finna kill him.
Mm,
And God made me walk off, calm myself down, and come back. And then I was like, nah, no, because
yeah.
he looked dead. He looked like he
Wow.
was sick
Like he ain't have no soul already.
at
Like
all. He
yeah.
don't have a soul.
No, he don't. Not if he did all of that. Like that's just
Right.
crazy. Like I didn't even know that part. I didn't know that he went to jail for that, man.
Yep.
So the
And he
so
like,
the young lady that had her baby was fine. I'm assuming probably, but
I
just the
hope so.
fact
I
that
don't
she
know.
was underage and he took advantage.
Right.
Hmm,
Yeah, I haven't
that's
seen the kid.
crazy.
I haven't heard from her or anything, so I don't know how they are. Hopefully they're fine, but but he's
Right. So,
what is a predator? Yeah,
oh
so
yeah,
he
they
has
made him register. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Hey Jamie, look, Jamie, I don't know. Jamie in the comments say, "What did I miss? I just got here." Jamie, child, you missed a lot in these 15 minutes, honey.
Yes.
So if you guys are just tuning in, we are sitting here with my girl Kat, and she is talking to us about her diagnosis. So she was diagnosed 27 years ago, and she was in a relationship with someone who did not I'm assuming he knew his status and he just didn't care. That's what it sounded like.
Right.
She caught him in the bed with a man, caught him in the bed with a man, and she behind that she started having different little symptoms. And like I tell you guys all the time, you can have, like, there are people, I know I personally can't say I necessarily experience what I would call signs or symptoms, but some people do. They might get fever, chills, things that they know aren't normal about their body. They can experience that. Or sometimes maybe you can experience it and you just don't really think about it because it happens so fast. So she's noticed that, and she ended up getting tested because she was looking at wanting to have a child with her partner she was with at that time, after that situation, and not thinking anything of it, didn't really go back and get the results because during that time it was a 2-week wait. You had to wait 2 weeks after they drew your blood for you to get your results. And somebody came knocking on that door, looking for her, and ended up telling her that she was HIV positive. And so the came basically from this man who she had caught cheating. Now I'm like, that man, that girl, he told you better leave that man alone. But I get it, and I get it, because look, you want to trust somebody, you want to believe them when they say, I ain't gonna do it again.
Right.
I'm not gonna do it again. And I don't feel like in that moment, I'm not gonna say that you did anything wrong. You did what you thought was right in that moment, in that time, you know, because everybody does, everybody has moments where you want to have that trust, you want to do what you think is the right thing. It was just, he should have been truthful. He shouldn't have been lying. He shouldn't have been cheating. Cause it's like, why you in with me if you gonna cheat?
Right. Right.
Um. So
I think he was
yeah.
battling. I think he was battling more with his sexuality than anything because he kept denying that he was even gay, and everybody was like, "You didn't know he was gay," and I'm like, "No, I didn't know he was gay."
So he was like one of them. So he was what they call like the down low type of, like, he
Right.
was
Right.
on the outside to everybody. He's this manly, masculine. Oh, I love women, but then the reality is, yeah, you might like women, but you also like men too.
Right.
So
They both
so
was. They both had girlfriends, but they had. Well, he had only me, but he was cheating. But the guy who I caught him in with, he had a girlfriend and he had his partner. So he would like date girls and then be like, "Oh, let's get married," so people won't know that he was gay or whatever. So,
oh
yeah.
right. And then too, this was like the 90s, so yeah, it was like uh, I mean, and it's crazy how you look at how things were in like the 90s. A lot of men who felt like that were so afraid of the stigma that came with homosexuality that they
Right.
did that type of thing, not realizing doing that is you causing more harm than good doing
Right.
that. And now here we are, 2024. It's like
Sit down.
it's pretty much like normal, normal in a sense of like, nobody's really turning up. I mean, you got the little, you got Christians and certain people who gonna turn their nose up, but the reality is, it is what it is,
Right.
and that's what I always, and I was fussing about somebody the other day because they got that new Tyler Perry show that came out, and it's on Netflix, and
Right.
they showcase a lot of homosexuality in that show, and people was like, oh, as soon as two men start doing this, I had to turn the channel. And I was like, but you could be watching one of these shows on mainstream media doing the same thing, but you ain't turned the channel.
Right.
So what's the difference? What's really the difference? Um, but yeah, I feel like had he been more transparent and just really not care what people thought, I could see the whole situation happening differently because it's all about communication.
Right. Because if he would have told me that's what he liked and I liked him, I probably would have been okay with it. But by you lying, you put everybody in jeopardy.
Right. I'm reading the comments too. Look, somebody Tawanda said you have interesting topics and people. Yes, Tawanda, that's what we got to do. I want you guys to meet my friends. And Kat is really like Kat has been diagnosed way longer than me. She like 10 years past me, okay? So she's experienced a lot of the stuff way longer than I have when it comes to the stigma, when it comes to just all of this, seeing how from 27 years to now, just
Right.
imagine like the medicines you was taking when you was
Right.
first diagnosed versus now. We all the way to injections, girl. Look, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Because when I first started, I was taking like 20 something pills a day. Like some in the morning you have to
Wow.
take 6 pills. Lunchtime you have 6 pills, and then I even was on the AZT. And I went to that doctor. I said, "Look, I can't take
Ooh.
this. It's gonna kill me. I'm gonna die." And he was like, "Well, if you ain't gonna take your medicine, tell your mama to get her black dress ready because you gonna die." And I'm like, "What? What kind of damn doctor
Oh
is this?"
wow.
I
Right.
had
Like
after that, I think I stopped going to the doctor for maybe like a year. I didn't
mm.
even want no I didn't care. I was finna give up. I was like, I'm gonna die anyway, so what I'm going to the doctor for?
Child, I don't know if I would have survived 20 pills. I don't know. I be telling people all the time, I feel like I was born in the right moment in time because it's some periods throughout time that I just know I wouldn't have survived. I wouldn't have survived slavery. I would have been the first one gone. Listen, I wouldn't have survived. I wouldn't have survived 20 pills. I wouldn't
Yeah,
have. That's
I
like,
didn't. I didn't. I would take the small ones, the small rounders. I think they was
and not
called something with an R. I would take them. I would take the small ones, but the big ones, and it
not
was
them
one
big
called,
horse ones.
yeah, one was
Look,
called
'cause I
Crimson
was over
Van.
here struggling because I know when I first got because I was pregnant too, and they had me on like 4 pills, and one of them was one. I think it was Combivir. It dissolves quick,
Right.
and Norvir. Remember Norvir,
Yeah, that's the
the
one I
little
used to
white.
take. I used to take that one.
Oh,
I would take that one, but I wouldn't take
Norvir,
the other.
the one that little capsule one, Norvir.
Yeah,
If you took too long to swallow it, the capsule ruptured in your mouth.
right.
Child. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I
but the
told that
Crimson
doctor,
Van, they had the,
I told the doctor I wasn't taking that one. I was like,
yeah,
you
it's
gotta
they
find me.
nasty. They was really
Yes.
nasty. The one, it had like this powdery coating on top of the capsule. So as soon as you put it in
Mm.
your mouth, it's disgusting. And I was like, I can't even swallow it.
Wow.
I even tried to open it and put it in applesauce, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna give up.
Because even the ones they give the babies, because when they get up, they get the babies the medicine after they born. When
Hmm.
they had to gave that to me for the kid, I was like, let me see what I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah,
No
I
wonder
take my
these
daughters
babies right
too.
here crying crazy. It's nasty.
Yeah.
No wonder. I was like, oh no. So you could just imagine that the liquid got to be worse.
Right, right.
Yeah. Look, Tony in the comments said, my daughter was in a long-term relationship with someone with the HIV virus. They had 3 beautiful children. Neither of them, including my daughter, was diagnosed with HIV nor AIDS. He eventually passed away with the disease 2 years ago. I still worry because I love them so much. Wow. And that speaks a lot for not only your daughter, but your parenting, Tony, because for your daughter to have that type of compassion to not turn somebody away who had the virus and was that speaks volumes just of you being a parent and the type of child that you raised. So kudos to you guys for sure. And keep loving on them, keep loving on them. I did see, Jamie said, I'm single because I'm afraid of cheaters. Girl, that might be
Right.
my problem. People be
Hmm.
like, "Oh, you single because you can't find a man to take you with your." No, I'm single because I don't feel like dealing with these cheaters and these straight. I don't feel like it. I ain't got an answer to nobody. I'm comfortable.
Right.
Oh, and then she said, oh, Tony also said he never told her. Only after his death, his mother confessed it. So wait, hold on, wait,
What?
okay, wait, rewind, Tony. Tony, wait. So you telling me that your daughter was married to somebody as long as she was married to them? I mean, not married, but in a long-term relationship, had 3 kids, and not one time did she ever know he had his status? Wow. Now that's wow. Because okay, so that says a lot. That
So was
says a
he
lot.
undetected?
That's what I'm saying. So that says a lot. The first thing I want to say is it sounds like he was taking his medicine
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to ask you and you don't have to tell me, Tony, how he passed or what he passed, from or
Right.
anything
That
like
was
that.
my next
But
question
for
too.
her to be yeah, for her to be negative and for the kids to be negative, that means he more than likely was taking his medicine. Um but or because they could have easily contracted the virus. She could have the baby still could have been born negative even if the mom had contracted the virus. However, the fact that your daughter is still negative speaks a lot. So she said he wasn't taking his med, but there had to be a point that he was because your daughter is negative. So maybe he just got tired. I mean, that happens. I
Stop
hate
taking.
I hate to say it. Yeah.
Right.
He could have just gotten, but oh, that man, that's tough. That is so tough. Because I guess I'm thinking about it. I got these kids. I want to be here for these kids. I might
Right.
get to a point of depression where, yeah, like you say, you went a year and not took yours because I know I went was like 2 years. But then it was like, girl, you got to get through this. You got to figure,
Right.
you got these kids, So it's like, I wonder at some point did he decide, like, okay, you know what? I do want to be for these kids, but that's tough. Man, I'm so sorry, Tony. So I get it. I mean, that probably definitely devastated your daughter. Yeah. But I mean, if your daughter if it's been that long and your daughter has tested and she's negative, she's negative. Because I know a lot of people that can be a worry too. Like, okay, is it going to eventually pop up and
Right.
I'm going to be positive? It's not going to take that long for the virus to show itself.
Right.
Um, you know, but yeah, so whoo child, wait a minute. That just hit my soul right there.
Right.
Tawanda said, I have yet to share my story. I'm 10 years in. Well, Tawanda, whenever you are wanting to, listen, we here. I'm here. Cat here. Cat is an advocate. I'm here. There are many of us out here. And it don't have to be no platform. I tell people that all the time. I have people watching me all the time who are positive, never share their story, never told family, never told friends. But if I'm able to be a listening ear just for them to be able to feel like they got it off of their chest, that's
Right.
that's all good. Cause sometimes that's all
Mm-hmm.
people need. Like you hold stuff in, you never talk to nobody knows. And it's like when you could really talk to somebody who at least could relate and you get it off your chest, it makes a difference. So there are people here for you for sure. Um, hey Vonda, hey you guys, and if y'all have questions for Kat, please ask. Now let me ask you this, Kat girl. Let me ask you this. In these 27 years, because you went through some decades, okay, 90s, early 2000s, and then to now, what are you noticing? And especially being that for so long you were not in the forefront of like being an advocate, sharing. What are you seeing now that's so different than now when it comes to the awareness? Are you seeing people being more or less aware of this virus, and how does it affect you and how you advocate now?
I see it in certain areas more than it is in other areas, because I feel like the black community, we're not getting as much education to our black community as the Caucasian and the LGBT community gets. So I feel like more of us need to step up and start telling our stories, so the other that are out here, can know where to navigate themselves, because they feel like, oh, it's only for white people or this people. It's for everybody. That's what I have. I want to get out here and show people, you can still live. You can get on prep. You can be negative and stay negative. It's so many options that people don't know about, that we not sharing to the community. And back then we had no knowledge at all, because only thing back then was, it was mostly just AIDS, and you're gonna die.
Right.
It was a death
Yeah.
sentence back then, but now it's not a death sentence, and people need to get to know that HIV is not a death sentence. You can live long. You can, as long as you take your medication, you can live long and healthy. But if you out here being reckless and out here just, sleeping with everybody, dibbling, dabbling and everything, not taking your medication, it's gonna be a sad story.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. And welcome you guys again. Yes, yes. Hey Krista, I see you, girl. Tell them I'm live. Y'all all over there having a little meeting and stuff. Look, my little friend group. Uh Jamie wants to know, are you scared, Cat, even a little, or no, or not at all?
Scared of
I don't know. Scared of what, Jamie? Scared of the virus? Scared of what? Yeah. Um.
scared of dying. What? I ain't scared.
Look, I'm over here. I ain't never scared. What? I ain't never scared.
Right. Really? That might be a bone crusher. I ain't scared.
Hey, Connie. You guys, make sure you are sharing this out. If you got groups that you're in, share them to the groups. Listen, I'm so bad at sharing, child. I be sitting here just talking. I don't be hitting no share button. I don't be doing nothing. Um, at all. But I do appreciate everybody that's watching right now for sure. Um, so yeah, Jamie, let us know what you're asking about is scared.
Yeah, 'cause
So
there was a time when I was scared, like before I educated myself and started being an advocate, and I was scared for a long time. I thought, eventually I was going to start looking like AIDS, or, I always had a fear of that wasting syndrome, and, the bumps and all that stuff, of just looking like I had something. So
right.
I always decided to take care of myself, because I don't want nobody looking at me looking like that. So that was
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
things why I decided I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm gonna stay healthy. I don't want to embarrass my brother, my sister, my family, my kids. So that was one
right.
fear of looking.
Okay, girl, be over here all in the mirror like, wait, is my face
Right.
look?
The look, that's the
I
only thing I'm
that's
scared
something.
of.
That's something I think bothered me the most, because when I was first diagnosed, I was heavier. Like I had just had this, I was pregnant with the twins, so I was just under 200 pounds because I was pregnant with twins. And when I had them, my weight was like 170. So I was
Mhm.
heavier, face fuller, everything. Like you could see all my little dimples, everything. And then once I started getting back to my true weight and coming down, people was like, "You must be sick. You losing weight." Like, wait,
Mhm.
I went but like 130 pounds when before I
Right.
had these children. What you mean? Like what?
Yeah.
Because so
When
many
when I
people
got
was,
when I
yeah,
got diagnosed, I was like 116 pounds, and I felt so skinny. I was like, went to the doctor, and I was like, please give me something to make me gain some weight. Now I wish I could get rid of it, but I felt so skinny. I felt so skinny. I said everybody could just look at me and tell I got something, which was never the
And that's
case.
just
But
your mind, yeah,
right,
mind
I
playing
just felt like
tricks
it was
on
just
you.
tattooed on my face, and but it was.
Man.
It
So
was.
Jamie said scared of the virus, the stigmatizing, dying. I don't mean harm. I get that you're not scared. I was just curious if you get weak and get worried.
Now in this part of my life, not anymore. Like in the beginning, I did, always had the fear that I was going to pass away from this. I was, not going to find nobody to love me and all that stuff back then, because I didn't know too much about it. But as I started educating myself and learning, and the medication started changing, and everything started changing, so now it's like no fear for me. And then I had to realize that everybody gonna pass away. I might not pass away from HIV. I might pass away from, a car accident or
Yeah.
something like that. So how can I be so scared of this virus taking me out when, it's so many other things that could take me out?
Yep, for sure. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. And I mean, 27 years not later, yeah, it's not too much you could be scared of now. You done been through, yeah. Um, how do you feel about the new injection? Because I don't know. Are you still doing pills? Did you say, oh, I want to try this Cabenuva?
I've been on
Because I know,
Cabenuva almost 2 years. I've been on
oh,
Cabenuva almost 2 years.
you beat me.
Yes. I thought I was trying to
So
tell
you
you about it
know,
when I seen you. I
well,
thought I was trying to tell you.
when you saw me, I believe that was I want to say I was either coming for my injection or getting ready to start it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what because that was the summertime.
Right.
Because I started it like I want to say I got my first the pills. I got the pills in May, I believe, right after my birthday, and then I got my first injection in June. So yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
was around that time. But my doctor was like, Catherine, she was not. She was like, you want this shot? You better do what I tell you to.
I mean,
I
I
was
think
like,
that shot is a lifesaver. I love that shot.
that shot is a lifesaver because listen, every time I went in there, I was getting fussed at.
Yeah.
You're not
Cause
doing what you need to do. She was
right.
like, you know what you need to do. And I was looking at her, but yeah, I know, but man, I'm tired of doing it.
Yeah, you get tired of taking them
can,
pills.
yeah, I can truly say that I was very tired of having to take pills every single day. Um, And it wasn't even that I had to take the pill every day. It was a mind thing. It's like you start doing it, and then your mind tells you it's making me sick. My mind telling me I'm a choke or this or whatever it is. My mind is just telling me that,
Right.
and so I wouldn't do it. And then I get fussed at the doctor because she looking at my labs like, yeah, you taking it, but you ain't taking it every day.
Right.
So she was like, if you want to get on this injection, she was like, you got your diabetes under control, which I did. I had to do insulin twice a day for like 3 or 4 months before she would give me the once a week injection for my
Mm-hmm.
diabetes. She was like, you did that. So what's the problem? Okay, you right. So I got to it. I was like, all right, come on, Tivica and Presco, but let's go. And I got it, and she was like, "All right, you ready? Because I'm putting this into your insurance." Look, she was like, "I'm putting this into your insurance for them to approve it. So you better be ready when they get it back." And I was ready.
I never
So
took the
I've been
pills with mine. My doctor went straight to the injection from. I think I was on Jaluka for no, I was on Dovato for a week, and she took me from Dovato to Cabenuva.
Cause see, I was already taking the Prescobits and the Tivicay, and then she was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Well, yeah," and she was like, "Well, we have to give you the pill version of the injection first because we want to make sure you don't have allergic reactions."
Right.
So that's what I guess that's probably what they do now because they might have had a couple people to have reactions.
Mm-hmm.
So now she gave me the same 2 injections you get with the shot. They had a
Right.
pill for them, and they small little pills. They not big either. One of them so small you be done dropped it. Like, damn. So they small, and I didn't have no issues. So she was like, okay, let's move forward. And I haven't. I enjoy going. And I be like, she be like, you ready? Yep. Come on, let's get
Right.
it done.
Right. Let's
Yeah,
get it done.
yeah, let's
I
get
ain't,
it done.
I haven't felt so normal like during the whole time being positive until I got on this injection. Now I just feel like
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's what's gonna help a lot of people, because the reality is we've lost a lot of people in this fight because of the medicine, because of the
right
consistency of having to take pills, and to
every
now
day.
be able to have an option where you don't have to take a pill. You can get the injection if your body can withstand it and things like that. So yeah, let me look at these comments, because they over here typing away, child. They typing. Uh, let's see. Tony said, Miss Ladybird, I remember when I first got this information with my daughter. I reached out to you years ago and you answered me honestly, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you. May God continue to bless you. And I do remember the name. I remember one thing I might forget certain stuff, but I do remember your name and I remember that conversation. Um but yeah, and Christy, hey Christy. Christy said cancer killing people quicker. Child, ain't it?
Right. Right.
It really, yeah, it is. Um, yeah, cancer. Man, when somebody tell me they have cancer, I just be like, man,
Oh. Yeah.
yeah. And it's so when it comes to cancer, I was telling somebody the other day, why they keep making us wait so long for certain screenings. If they like, as soon as I get these things on my chest, you should be
Right.
wanting to check them immediately
Right.
to make sure I'm good throughout my life growth. Not just because I get a certain age or because there's a lump or this or that. Like, that's
Right.
something that I feel like should always be monitored yearly with a physical, at least at a doctor. Not just even with colon cancer, I think they won't let you get screened for colon cancer until you like what, over 35?
Right. And
Mammograms
breast
are
cancer,
mammograms are
45.
40.
Yeah, 40,
Huh?
45 for breast cancer.
Yeah, and I'm just like, a lot of it's crazy that they do that. But you could go join the military when you're 18, gone.
Right.
It's crazy that you can do all these other things, but for your own personal health, you can't even really find out what's going on till it's sometimes too late. Look, Tawana said I tried to get a mammogram and they told me I had to wait till I turned 40. Crazy, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. So make sure you guys listen. I put it right here, pinned. Kat has social media. She has Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Just Cat the Advocate. You can find her. Um, go and follow. Go and follow. So when she posts different things, you're able to interact with her. You're able to keep up and see what she's doing whenever she starts doing whatever she decides to do with her advocacy. Because I'm excited for everything that you're gonna do in the future and everything that you've already done. Have you thought about like what are some things that you are thinking about doing with your advocacy? Um,
I've been thinking
especially because you.
about opening a nonprofit organization. I want one of the goals is to have like a sisterhood where we get together and we go out, we get to go on cruises, and we don't even have to talk about HIV, just love on each other, and
Right.
be sisters, because some of us, we don't have that luxury of having people or family members to still love on us after we done got diagnosed, because they look at us at that stigma or whatever. Oh, you can't be
Right.
around me, I can't, drink and touch your stuff. So I just want a sisterhood where women can get together and love on each other. Also, I want to like a drop-in center for like women that's of the street.
You
Scared
hear
you?
this? Look, Scruffy. Look,
Yeah. I
I
want to
knew it
drop
was
in center for the women of the street, the ones that's out and they don't really be wanting to, get clean or whatever. But I do want to have a place
right.
to come and take a shower, get some fresh clothes, get you a meal or something. And if you're positive, you don't have to have your medicine on you. You could come to the place and get your medication and everything because I'm finna get more certified in some other stuff so that
Right.
all that can come together. But I got
Yeah.
a lot of things going on that I've been planning besides all the other organizations I've been working with.
Gotcha. Look, Jamie said go to the schools and talk to the junior high students.
I
Girl,
wish they
listen,
would let me. I
they
wish they
won't
would
let
let me.
us. You know how hard we be trying to get in these people's schools,
Yeah,
and they like, you can't come in here. They are
right.
stronghold in the schools, y'all.
And
I
that's
think
one of the problems.
the only time I've gotten into a school was here. I actually got into a school here in Tampa. One of my
Mm,
classmates that I know my classmate, we've known each other since sixth grade. And he's here in Hillsborough County. And when I lived in Orlando, there was a high school that he did some work and things with. And he was like, I have a friend that teaches at one of the schools and they have a health class. And I mentioned you to them and they want to know, can you come in there and talk to the class? So that's like really the only time I literally one time created a template to send out to every last middle and high school in Jacksonville.
yeah.
And I didn't get one response. I sent it to the
Yeah.
principal and the principal secretary, nothing.
Yeah, because they
So
took sex education out of school, period. Like I think DOH goes every now and then and set up a table in certain schools, but
right.
they took it,
But
even
they not
Jasmine
giving no
can't go.
information. They just setting the tables up and here goes
Right,
some condoms. If you're gonna have sex, use them. Like
right. And
that's that's half doing it.
right, and I definitely want to target the younger generation because like who gonna teach them if they mama still out here dropping it like it's hot, thinking she a city girl, listening to Sexy Red? How she gonna teach them to protect
Get
themselves when she out here?
right.
She out here,
Exactly. Yeah,
so
it's definitely.
it's gonna pass down to the generation.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, they took sex ed out of. Hey, Cyrus the virus over there on X. Hey, Shazzy on YouTube. Hello. Shazzy said, "Wow, kids need to hear STDs are increasing." Absolutely, the
Right.
statistics and listen, like how Kat was saying, one of the STDs that the guy had given her at one point was gonorrhea. Do y'all know that they're now you
To
can't? There's
get
a
weight.
strand of gonorrhea that ain't going
Right.
nowhere.
Right.
No medicine get rid of it.
Mhm.
And even now, back then they would say, "Oh, okay, here, take this penicillin, and it's gonna get rid of whatever." Penicillin now is not working for a lot of medicine, a lot of viruses and infections like it used to. Penicillin has started to become very weak.
Right.
So yeah, we really
And then
need to make sure.
people forget about syphilis. Syphilis is so high,
Oh,
especially in Duval County.
it's
People
hot.
forget all about
Yeah,
syphilis. People need to start checking who they having sex with, turning on the light, looking, doing checks and
yeah.
stuff. Because somebody, it's sad, especially where I work at, and I see it, and I be like,
And I know where you work, child.
oh.
Listen, baby.
And the men being there trying to talk to me, and I be like, I see your chart. Baby.
No, brother.
I already know.
Nah, you look,
No
look.
way.
That's what. Mm-mm. Yeah, because even when whenever I think about, okay, let me go out here and try to date again, and we have these different sites, positive singles, and all the different sites where you
Yeah.
meet people that have all these different STDs. I'm gonna be completely honest. I might be slightly stigmatized to other STDs because,
Me too. Me too.
like, I don't want herpes. I ain't got
I don't
it.
want herpes.
I don't want it. But you
I
want me to date
don't.
you? And I know that technically condoms not gonna protect me from it. I don't know if I want to chance that. I know I got HIV, but I don't know if I want to chance, you
Right.
know. And I'd be like, man, but that's the reality of it. Like me being HIV positive, if I was to contract something else, that could be devastating to my body. You
Right.
know, um, co-infections are not something that you want to have. You don't want to have more than one um STD if possible. I met people say they had two, three, and four different things, and I just be like, Lord have
On that
mercy.
single, on that on dating site, they be like, I got this, and this, and I be like, oh, you got what? And you trying to
I be
date?
like, swipe, swipe.
Like you need to stop. Don't no more dating for you. Don't even have
Yeah,
sex no
child.
more.
I had
Uh,
one person tell me on there one time, they was like, because on my profile, I had on there, I'm open with my status or whatever, because I want people to know up front, like, this is what I do. I talk about it openly. So if
right.
you're not comfortable with that, just don't even bother. Somebody messaged me and was like, um, what they said, you crazy. You shouldn't do that. They was like mad that I said I'm like, but I'm me. I'm not you. If you
Right.
okay, bye.
Yeah, I had a couple of people turn me down because I said that I was open with my status, and it was like, "You an advocate? You tell
Right.
people your business." I'm like, "Yeah." Oh no, I can't be with you because then I don't want nobody else to know. I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. And them the ones I be afraid of anyway when they be saying
Right.
that. Cause I'm like, that means I don't know your mindset where you at. You might be in a whole nother level with your
The
status,
medication.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and your mental health might not be where I'm at.
And
Cause
that's one of the reasons why I personally never dated somebody who was positive, because I don't know if you're taking your medication. I don't know how I don't know if your
yeah,
mindset is that, because I got it, I'm just gonna go out and give it to people. I don't know, if you're gonna give
yeah,
up. So I just never really looked at wanting to date somebody else positive. And then on top of that, people who positive and sleep with other people who positive, you have a higher chance of getting HIV too. And now
yeah,
you can't your resistance is high, and you can't get the medication to fight with your viral load and all that stuff. So I was like,
right.
nah.
Yes. Look, and then on top of that, they think that we supposed to settle.
Right.
Well, we both dealing with the same thing. That don't mean I'm finna settle with you.
Mm-mm.
No,
My system
no.
my system is different from your system, and then if you got a resistance to a medication and we having sex, then now I'm gonna build a resistance against your medication that you resisting again, and I don't want those troubles. Mm-mm.
Right, right. Shazzy said it's true. I work in healthcare. The young don't fear HIV no more because of the meds. Not knowing that you have to take meds to keep the virus under control is scary. Yeah, absolutely. It's very scary because it's like that Russian roulette. They
Right.
be playing around. Like, what is you doing?
They don't
They
get on
do
no
it.
condoms either. They
No,
ain't get no condoms.
they don't even know how to use them properly. They
At
ain't
all.
even using them. Oh, I'm gonna use two. You about to have two broke condoms, is what you about to have.
Right.
I don't know what they doing. Um, yep. Tawanda said it's two different strands of HIV, and a lot of people don't know.
Right.
You know, you got HIV 1 and HIV 2. And then on top of that, you have different groups and subgroups of type 1. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole breakdown of it. Like when
Right.
yeah, no two
It's
people
not
get,
all the
yeah,
same. Right. No,
yeah,
it's not
no two people have the same HIV genetic makeup, if that makes
right.
sense. Think about DNA. Technically,
Mm-hmm.
no two people have the same DNA. That's the same with HIV. No two people have the same exact DNA genetic code, period.
Right.
Um, and if I sleep with somebody else, unprotected who's positive, I'm actually taking on a part of their HIV and adding it on to my HIV genetic makeup. Which, like Kat just said, it can cause my medicine to not work because they could be resistant to their medicine, and I'm picking up a part of that resistance from their HIV.
And then
And
you
then
wonder
that,
your viral load going up, and you over here having sex with somebody
yep,
who's resistant.
yep. And you getting a super virus and all that stuff. Oh, that's cute. My baby over here trying on her Halloween costume, y'all. I'm gonna help you take it off, little Megan. She, I'm gonna help you. You know how to? Yeah, but you gotta wait down done. She might be. Girl, she got this Megan costume for Halloween. Why the kids want to do stuff when you over here trying to work?
Right.
I'm over here trying to work. She was. Yes. Hey, Miss Catherine. So Miss Catherine was like, wow, I didn't know that. Yes. Yes. So that's how a lot of people end up building up resistance, especially say you are two people and neither one of you've ever been tested to even know you're positive, and you just continue to keep sleeping with each other. You're that HIV is bouncing between the two, and
And it's
eventually
gonna be stronger, right? It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
stronger.
stronger. And that's what we get, that super virus. Y'all heard us talk about super virus or super infection. That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. So look, Miss Catherine say you teach me new facts all the time. Look, I gotta keep y'all on y'all toes around here. All right. So anything you want to add, Kat? Anything you want them to know? So you do work in the field. What's your actual title? Because I never even asked you. Like, I just know you be in there, girl. You probably do everything more than your actual title.
I do. I'm a Ryan White support specialist. I do eligibility for Ryan White, and I also am a peer. So they put it together,
Okay.
and that's the title. But
Gotcha.
I
Yeah.
can't just be they want me to be a peer to just my doctor people, but I'm a peer to everybody, and I try to be,
Everybody.
because some people they're not gonna be feeling comfortable talking to a man peer versus a woman peer, and they've been waiting on a woman peer. So I get calls and
Yeah.
texts all the time. Even though they got somebody else, but they want to talk to me.
Right. Yeah. That's good. So she's like, if y'all don't know what Ryan White is a program that assists people who are HIV positive with different resources. It assists them with getting their medication. It helps also with doctor visits. I believe, can't they also do like therapy with like the psychologists and things
Right.
too as well
Mm-hmm.
with the Ryan
And,
White?
and
So
also like help you get food if you have an emergency. They help you get HOPWA assistance where they can help pay your light bill and all kinds of stuff. It's good
right.
benefits of Ryan White.
Yeah, yeah. We do have a question. While you answer this question, I'm gonna help this girl get this costume off what she needs. Shazzy says, how often should married people get tested, if at all, assuming monogamy, but anything can happen?
Ooh. I still feel like married people should get tested every 3 to 6 months, because you can't be in your partner pocket 24/7. Even though people be saying they don't cheat and they honest and everything, you can't trust nobody. So I still feel like people who married should get tested every 3 to 6 months, and some of them need to just get on prep, especially if you have a partner who has a history of cheating. You should definitely protect yourself and get on prep.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. Every three, I look. If your partner cheating, go find you a new partner. Look,
Right. Right.
listen. I don't know how many times do we have. Listen, I'm that friend. Okay, I'm the friend. When you come and tell me, girl, I caught my man cheating again. If you gotta come and tell me again, don't come tell me no more. Cause at this point, you ain't going nowhere. You just gonna
Right.
stay with him.
You ain't learned yet.
Listen, y'all do not have to keep yourselves in these type of situations. There are so many people out here that will treat you so much better than being with somebody who is going to lie to you, who is going to cheat, and who's going to put you in harm and risk. They really
Right.
are. That's really what they're doing. That means they have no regard for not only themselves, but for you and your health. So you have to put yourself first before all else.
Right.
So yeah.
Women definitely need to learn how to take care of themselves. And we sit around and we let our partner do so much to us, and we feel like we got to take it because, oh, they love us, or I'm not going to find somebody like this person again. Well, you might go out there and find somebody better. But when us women, we need to learn how to protect ourselves, protect our bodies, because
Right.
they're not going to care about our bodies, because they're going to go to the next
Mhm.
woman. Once we over here living with whatever they gave us, they're gonna be going to the next woman to give her it. So if women not
Right.
gonna learn how to protect themselves, it's gonna happen. We need to start talking to black women more about prep and protecting themselves and carrying your own condoms. And you know they have the women condoms now.
Yes. Don't
If
be
you
afraid
going
to
for a
carry
sneak,
condoms,
right,
ladies.
if you going for a sneaky link, take your own condoms. Put the woman condom in. You can put that in 4 to 6 hours
Hmm.
before having sex. So put that in.
Yeah.
You gotta know. Protect
Yes,
yourself.
absolutely. And condom, you can go to any AIDS service organization most times and get free condoms. They have them right there
Free.
waiting on. Yeah, hit
Free.
Cat up. Listen.
I
I
got
used to
condoms
get
in the house.
condoms.
I got bags
Listen,
of
I
condoms in
used
the
to get
house. All
them
you gotta do is
regularly. I remember one time I used to get them so much that I would give them away. Like I'll put them in a jar and say, "Guess how many condoms in the jar? Whoever guessed the closest without going over win the whole amount in the jar," and I mail them out to them.
oh.
So yeah,
I put them on the city bus. I be on the city bus and I drop condoms everywhere. I go on the city bus, bus station, bus
yeah.
terminal.
And if you guys want to follow Kat, I know Princess said, "What's Kat's pages?" It's right there pinned at the bottom right here. Facebook, IG, and TikTok. Just Kat the Advocate. That's how you can find her on all of those platforms. So make sure you guys go and follow. And then yeah, somebody mentioned Dental Dam. Yep, they also give out
Right.
Dental Dam, which is for oral sex. They give that out. So there, everything
Even
is
the
available. It's just
even the
being
flavor
proactive.
condoms, even the flavor condoms for the oral sex for the men, because gonorrhea goes in your throat, chlamydia goes in your
Yeah.
throat.
And a
You
lot
gotta
of people
protect
don't
your
know
throat.
that. They just associate a lot of STDs with actual, you know, other
Vaginal,
types of
yeah,
that they
yeah.
don't, yeah, they're not thinking about oral. These things can also be oral. They don't think about that. Look, oh Lord, I'm about to butcher this lady name, okay? It
Okay.
Latinasia child. Latin a so listen, Latin girl. Look, that's it's I don't know. I mess names up all the time. But Miss Cook, she wants to know, why find a new partner when you never know what they got at the end of the day? Like Kat said, protect yourself. I agree. I rather no sex or self pleasure. This world is wicked. Now listen, I don't know about the no sex, no self pleasure. Wait a minute now.
No self pleasure. Mm.
Wait, what? No, I'm clowning. But no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. A lot of, yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that with the older community. When I say older, I'm 41. So when I'm saying old, I'm thinking like the 50 and up. A lot of them are to the point now they like it's so much new stuff going on out here. I don't want no parts of it.
And they are one of the highest diagnosed now, because they're
Yes,
in these
because they
living
don't know the new
facilities.
stuff.
Yeah, they're in
Yeah,
the
they
living
don't.
facilities getting down.
Man, they getting down. Ain't they? They got little group stages, all passing them around to the same little group.
Right.
Mr. Bill over here with Miss Sally over here with Mr. Larry, and they
And
back
then
and
he
forth.
out there going to pick up Tina off the corner. Hmm.
Oh goodness, yeah. So the older community, yeah, the rates are extremely high in our 55 and up when it comes to STDs as well as the teens and young adults. So yeah, y'all have to really pay attention. Go get tested. That's all I can always say. Just go get tested. So you can't nobody can question, or you won't have to question yourself with what you're dealing with.
Yeah, like
Um
automatically treat people like they already got something to protect yourself. Like, I don't know, and what you got
yeah.
until we go get tested together. People don't
She
act
said I said her
like
name right, child. I'm so happy I said your name right. Cause I be messing these names up.
when people start
Yeah.
dating, the last thing they ask, like, when was the last time you get tested? That need to be in the first couple of questions. When was the last
Right.
time you get
No, this
tested?
one
So
no, they usually ask after they done had sex. Now,
after they done had
we
sex.
done already did. Now you wanna know? You supposed to be
Right.
asking that before then. Or going to get tested. I think the biggest thing that I notice is people are afraid to ask someone to get tested. Why do you
Right.
think that is? Like why do you think they
Because they
that's
think they're
crazy.
gonna say no, or maybe they're gonna reject them, and then they ain't gonna be able to have sex with this person. Because it's basically all about sex.
Yeah, that's what it's about. And I feel like if that's what it's all about, it's like that's when you should be wanting to know.
Right.
If
Right.
that's what it's all gonna be about. Like these one night stands, I don't be seeing how they do it, child. I don't get it.
Yeah, because they got these little 5 minute tests you can go real quick and get popped in. They even have the home kits now. Keep a couple of them on you.
Yeah, the home
Pop their
kits are
behind.
what, like 40? They like what, 49, I think, and 39 or
Yeah,
49. Walgreens,
but
CVS, Walmart.
they have websites you can go on and they'll send them to you
Oh
for free
yeah,
too.
and they'll send you free. They'll send you, I think, two free.
I think you could go to the Department
The
of
oral
Health too.
quick. Yeah, I know
I think
the oral quick one. If you go on their site, they'll send you two.
right.
Yeah, and you could get it like you could get them every. I think they do it every 3 months too, where
Yeah.
you can order like two every 3 months. So there are ways to get these tests and to have them and to have it done. To stop being risk. Stop playing with your lives. That's all I
Right.
can say.
Right. Because
To
people
want
go
to say
so
we can
long
do it
without even
together.
going to get tested.
Look, Jamie said, I'm 43. I have enough to deal with. Think about insolvency. What you mean won't be any more money? I can't take nothing much else. What? Oh, child. And then Tawanda said, we can go together to get tested and educated. And that's how it's supposed to be. Yep.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, because people so quick to jump into bed, they ain't worried about somebody else's status until it's too
Mm.
late. Like, why you didn't tell me?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming on here tonight, you guys. Don't forget, go and follow Kat on here. Now, I told them I was going to give away a book tonight, child. Let me go to my group because I'm going to pick somebody random in my group. I made a post. Let me see where my post at. Oh, I had about 39 people that said me, 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 me. So all right, we got 39 people. I'm gonna make it where nobody else can comment from number one. Turn off commenting. Now, Kat, I want you to pick a number from 1 to 39, and that's gonna be our winner.
I'm gonna use my favorite number, 22.
22. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you know what? I'm gonna go in order. I'm gonna go in order from the oldest to the newest and see. All right. So that is going to be Miss Mary Lily. So I am going to put a heart on there so I can remember. So I'm going to send Miss Mary Lily a message and let Mary Lily. And it's so funny because she said, I would love to have one to share with a family friend who needs it. So that was good. That she I'm gonna make sure I reach out to Mary Lily so that she can get a book so that she can share that with one of her family friends. I'm gonna be giving away some more books as November comes in, because November is actually my diagnosis month. November 21st. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff in November. That this will be my year 17. So got a lot of stuff. I think. I guess I should give away 17 books, huh? For November. I don't know. I
Yeah.
will figure it out. But anybody who wants to get any of my books, because you haven't, cat. When you gonna write a book? I want a book. I want a cat book, child.
Soon, soon.
Cause I don't know why Cat's over there sitting like she ain't got a book in her. Girl, you got a book in
Oh,
there.
I got plenty of them. I got plenty stories to
Woo!
tell.
Cause I would definitely get me a book with Cat.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Yes, I can't wait. So you guys, if you guys want to get any one of my books, you can go to my website. I got it scrolling across the bottom of the screen, ladybirdofficial.com. You can order them there. If you want ebooks, you got to go to Amazon. Just reach out to me if you want an ebook. I don't know how y'all can read books on electronic devices. I tried it and it's the hardest thing in the world. It is. And now people saying, well, when you gonna get an ebook? I mean, not an ebook, audio book. An audio book. Y'all real fancy. But I know I have some people. I know there's people that are visually impaired, so audio books work for them. But I'm like, I don't even know where to start. They was like, you should do it recording your own voice. Y'all want this little country voice? Well, okay. But yeah, so thank you so much again, Kat. I appreciate you for taking this time out. And I apologize again that we had to reschedule it. Milton just wanted to pop in and show out.
It's okay.
But I'm glad we were able to get it rescheduled. You guys make sure you tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm going to be talking with Tonya Scott. Tonya Scott is someone who is going to be sharing her story for the first time. She's going to be sharing her story for the very first time. So, and she's been diagnosed for 7 years. So I would love for you guys to tune in. If you're able to, Cat, tomorrow, tune in. This is definitely somebody who I would love for people to support and kind of show the love to, because this is like like you say, you get nervous every time. I can only imagine the nervousness, especially the first time. Yeah, so you guys come tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, and let's show some love to Tony Scott. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Tonya. It's Tony. I keep wanting to put an A on her name. It's Tony Scott. But thank you again. You see, clearly the interview is over because Carly has made her debut.
She's like, give me a kiss.
Right, give me a kiss, mommy. So yes, the website for it's a couple of people in the comments asking about my website. It's scrolling across the bottom. ladybirdofficial.com is where you can go and purchase my books. I have bundles available as well. Actually, I think I need to update those. But I thank you so much, Kat. Let's get out of here and go to bed. I'm old, you old, you going to bed. Let's pass our bedtime. I'm lying.
Thank you.
Look, I was finna say I'm going to TikTok, but I can't even go live on TikTok right now. Till tomorrow. But good night. Thank you. You guys have a great night. Bye. Good night.